Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to do a healing on you for this evening. I know a lot of people out there are struggling, so here I am showing up and just being a light and just being here for you. That is what I came to do, and that's what you came to do, and that's what we're doing. So here we are. So I'm going to begin to clear you off with my feather. Just go ahead and ground your beautiful selves. Just take your grounding cord and flow it deep into the earth. And just take your grounding cord and flow it all the way down deep, deep into the earth. Just imagine the cool, dark earth surrounding you, flowing through you, loving you, holding you. And just take your grounding cord further and further, deeper and deeper down into the earth until you come upon the great central sun, this beautiful golden sphere of energy in the middle of the earth. And just wrap your chakra cord around her 3 times. And then plug into that energy. And as you plug into that energy, it's going to begin to flow back up through your cords and back up through all of the layers of the earth and back up into the soles of your feet and into your ankles and your calves, your knees and your thighs, your root and your sacral, your solar plexus and your heart, your throat and your pineal gland, and into your crown. And let us begin. Alei oatia cinema tila kunamo alei boatia cinema tila kuetia cinema tila kuetia sana tilo loatia cinema lai ulai kuetia cinema tilo loatia cinema loira kunama day. We're just gonna bring in some beautiful loving energy into your crown. Alei oatia cinema tilo kuetia cinema tilo kalai ulaiatia cine. Balai oetia cinema tuloi karai ilaiatia cinema tuloi kira ilaiatia cinema tulo korai potia cinema tuloi ilaiatikanama de cinema tila kiramo de cinema tuloi ilaiatia cinema tila kuramo de cinema tilai ilaiatia cinema tulo ilaiatia cinema ilaiatikanama de. Just going to activate and stimulate the crown and then bring this energy down into your pineal gland. Balayotia cinema, today kida elayotia cinema, today elakinamade. Just gonna clear, cleanse, and neutralize that pineal gland. Balayotia cinia, podia domai, balaikatia cinemai, lakinamade. Just gonna go deep in there and grab all of those thoughts, all of those negative thoughts that just keep going round and round in your head. Just gonna release that out. Just taking all of those memories, all of those things that do not serve you. I'm seeing some of you having anxiety even from the time you walked into kindergarten. That's a hard time, even though you may not remember it. Like, there's something in your body and your mind, whoever I'm talking to does. I do. It's really weird. But it was very scary. Too many people, too many noises, too much going on. My brain could not function like that, and it made me very, very, very anxious. I didn't know how to regulate that. We weren't taught that in school, take a breath or ground yourself, or it was listen, sit, right? Do this, do that. Kilai oe tia cinema, tuloi kiloi kinema de cinema, tuloi kirekloi, be tia cinema, tela kua la ia tia cinema, tuloi kila iro kinema de. Also could be some of the anxiety separating from your family. If you if you were like at home with your mom or dad or family until you were 5 and like didn't go to a daycare or anything like that, might have been a lot of separation anxiety there for you. Just gonna clear, cleanse, and neutralize. So let's just head back to that point in time. I'm sure we all have it, so we can all probably go back to that point, but I'm gonna just take us kind of all back to our childhood selves and just begin to release out any anxieties, any worries, any fears, any abandonment issues. Like, we need to clear, cleanse, neutralize, just bring in light to these situations, knowing that we were always held when we were alone, knowing that we were always taken care of, even if we were left, behind by our families or whatever it may be. We were still held. We were still watched over by something greater. I can look back now and they'll show me the guides that were around me when I was very little. They'll show me the guides that were walking with me and experiences that I'll have, and you can too. You can see them, And so we're just clearing out that space, just making space in your beautiful minds, bringing in the light, just pouring in that light, pouring in those blessings, pouring in this abundance of love, peace, joy, happiness, money, wealth, health, friendships, joyful relationships, if that's what you're looking for. Alay cinema, Tilokalai, Alayotia cinema, Tudoy Lakidama ade. Boloya Potia cinema, Tuday Elayotia cinema, Tuday Lakidama de cinema, Tuloy Lakanama de. Delay wa cinema, Tuloya tia cinema, Kuloika dia Damade. I'm actually going to hold your ears right now. Cinema, Trai Kuloika, cinema, Telai Rokinama de. Just going to begin to rewire the brain. Releasing any and all mental health, any root causes from these mental health issues like anxiety, depression, any root causes of addiction. Belai kwa dia cinema, to the elai with a canama de cinema, to the elai with the cinema, to the elai with the cinema. Alay pati cinema, tulay kaya alay at your cinema, tiragiray. Alay abati cinema, tulay kulay at the sine, manauya sine, tilakinama, de cinema, tiragirakama de. I'm gonna flow Archangel Metatron's symbol into your brain right now. We're just going to call in that sacred energy from Archangel Metatron. Elay Buddhia Cinema today. Kadai Buddhia Cinema. Or at least the sacred geometry that he's associated with. Elay Buddhia Cinema. Traia Cinema. Tidai Kula Ulaya Dukonamo de Cinema. Tualake. Buddhia Cinema. Tura Ulai Hirama de Cinema. Tidakulai Koyati Cinema. Tudokulai. Goda aya cinema, Turok, Rai cinema, Turokalai, Quayati cinema, Ti Lao Bedi cinema, Tilo Ira Kinema Ante, Cinema, Tudai, Kada Ira Kinema de cinema, Suda Loia Mondi Cine, Madakuloi, Ada Ira Kinema Ante. Just show me a vision of what looks to me like Jesus walking in the woods and walking in the tall woods. Tall trees. Sorry. Sorry, I need to go close this window. Okay, let's go back to the vision of them showing me where Jesus is walking in the woods. Very tall trees up and around him. Just feel the vibration of his energy flowing through into your minds right now. Just let his peace wash over you. Let yourselves be held, like held with these energies. Let yourselves be washed over with the peace of his sacred energies flowing through your minds, softening your thoughts, softening your thoughts towards yourselves, thoughts towards humanity, thoughts towards your lives just in general. Let's just soften and bring peace for you. It's all going to work out. Like, it's all going to work out. It really has no... You're learning, you're growing, you're expanding, and with that comes pain and challenges, and things will come on your path that look and feel horrible sometimes, and it all has its purpose. It all has its reason for you. And it's up to us to walk through it, not stay stuck in it, not stay stuck in the muck, but to walk through it. And easier said than done. I absolutely understand. It's so easy for me to speak it now. When I was in the midst of all of my pain, my heart just goes out to anybody suffering, anybody ever, because I couldn't see past. I just couldn't see past any of it, and that's when you are in that darkness, in that depression, anxiety, addiction, just any of it, anything that's not of your highest good. It's just hard. You don't want to be around people. You don't want to be seen. You feel worthless of going out and being around people, even family, and they're supposed to love you, but sometimes you don't even feel good going around them because you don't want to be a burden, and I get that, and please know you're not a burden. You are not a burden. Your life matters more than you could ever probably imagine, just like mine did, just like all of ours does. We're all here, and if we're breathing, there's a purpose for us. So I'm seeing what looks to me like something lodged in the throat, and it's going into the pineal gland, and I'm gonna be real with you. It looks like it's weird. It looks like so weird. Whenever I'm specifically thinking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer or whatever that show was, where they have the sticks and they slay those into the vampires. It's so funny because I'm seeing one of those stuck in your throat right now, and I don't think that that's what you are and or anything like that. That's just the weapon or whatever that I see in your throat. So I'm going to pull that out right now. And maybe that is a part of you, or maybe that's something that maybe you experienced in another lifetime. Whatever, to each their own. Everybody has been something, and it doesn't matter. All that matters is getting that out of your body. So I'm just going to pull that right out. just going to put this healing ring up and around your neck right now. It's just going to stay right here. It looks like just a healing ring. It's just a galactic healing ring. It's a part of that just a part of that, technology that we have access to. We do a lot of stuff with our minds. We just intend for it to be there, and it looks like a ring, a galactic ring, and it's got energy all the way around it, and it's kind of encoded with whatever codes you need in order to heal. And it'll stay there until it's all healed, and then it'll dissolve. They showed me a man and a woman that is like fighting pretty bad, and it's like the woman is like extremely mad, and the man is just standing there and just kind of taking the, I don't want to say abuse because I don't know what he's done, but just kind of standing there and just letting her like yell, and her hair is flipping all around. And so this is you and or your situation that's happening right now. We're just sending so much light and so much love to this area. If you're the one that's yelling, or if you're the one that is just standing there being still, we want to balance both of these beings, because her yelling like that is not, appropriate to him, and him standing there taking that is not appropriate either. It's like, healthy communication. And usually in relationships and connections, when there's turmoil and toxicity and all this stuff, it's like, communication can just be so damn hard when there's two people that are not living in their heart. They're not living in their, in their higher mind, in their higher heart. You're living out of these lower vibrations, survival and, ego and jealousy and dishonesty, and it's just hard, when you're living in these lower vibrations, and you just get hit all the time by these different circumstances and situations, because when you're living in the higher mind, in the higher heart, you're living in love, you're living in joy, you're living in peace. And when you're living that way, and you're thinking that way, and you're seeing the world that way, that is what comes back to you. That is what is being created for you, is more love, more joy, more peace. That's why I work so hard in the beginning to stabilize my energies in this energy. And of course I fall, but I have a meter and a place where I know feels good to me, a place of peace that if I do get lower, I know how to get myself back up, and it's really just an ebb and a flow. So we just want to balance the throat, get you connected to your higher heart, higher mind, feeling in love, not with the person, just in love, like love, just living in love. Because whatever he did, whatever she did, whatever it's all about, it's like, is it really worth, losing your peace over, losing your all of that over? And the circumstances could be really horrific for that couple, and I'm sending you so much love, and I just want you to know that, and this is going to sound horrible, but it's like to fight every day and to live in turmoil. It's, sometimes it's best to, either come together in a more peaceful way if you can, or to walk away for a bit and get your head grounded, and your heart grounded and open. But, and I think maybe a lot of the collective is dealing with these kind of relationships as well. These relationships that are stirring up a lot of turmoil, a lot of toxicity, because people are purging, a lot of old energies, a lot of stuff that they haven't dealt with as children. They haven't done the inner work. They haven't, really looked at themselves. They haven't taken care of those, traumas. And when you haven't taken a look at any of that stuff and you're older, even when you're younger, it's hard. But when you just keep shoving it down, you just put more and more and more on top of it. And these energies that are coming in right now are supporting us in helping us to release. Sometimes that can look very ugly. Sometimes it can look very ugly, because it's going to push up these energies to the top, to our awareness, and it's going to show it to you, and you're going to try to shove it back down, and you can't. And you can try to numb it, but then eventually the alcohol doesn't work, the drugs don't work, the females or the males don't work anymore. Eventually nothing works except you opening that closet door and taking a look. And it's not as bad as what you perceive it to be. It's truly not. Everything that has happened to us as children, as, teenagers, as adults, it happened, and we have to unpack it. And yes, we have to feel it, and we have to heal it, and we have to do all, some shadow work around it and some stuff around it. But man, is it so much better to do that work than to be 10 years down the road in the same situation, fighting with your girlfriend, fighting with your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, or having these toxic relationships that continue to, you continue to be in this cycle of pain. And it's like, I don't want to be in pain anymore. I didn't want to be in a cycle of pain and turmoil with anybody. And so you just really have to step outside of yourself and be more conscious and aware of what you're creating in your life, and bringing yourself, knowing yourself, Okay, I hope that helps somebody. Okay, let's head off into the heart. Elaquatia cinema, Tulu Laia cinema, Telaiquatia cinema, Pulai Pudia cinema, Tuloi Kirai, Katia cinema, Tuloi Elai Wadia cinema, Telai Elai Wadia cinema, Tulekanama a day. Cinema, Tuloi Urai Elai Quatia cinema, Telai Ulai Wadia cinema, Tuloi Irakinama a day, Cinema, Tulai Irakinama a day. And you want to be patient. Just be patient with yourself. Like, none of this stuff happens overnight. Healing does not happen overnight. I am sorry. You can do everything in one day that you possibly think you can do, but it just doesn't happen in one day, in one night, and in one session. Like, it is the start, but this stuff takes time. You're basically being molded into this master over your life, this master over your mind, this master over you, and it takes time to heal. Like, it took me a long time to heal. It took me a long time, but to be honest with you, it has felt like a blink of an eye. To be here versus where I started, it feels like a blink of an eye. Like, I cannot believe all of these years have already just flown by. I'm like, wow. It just goes by so fast. So if you're on the beginning of your journey of healing or opening up your bag of worms or your closet of skeletons, like, just know it's gonna go by really fast. You're gonna have some days that suck really bad, and you're gonna have to take baths, and you're gonna have to take a shower, and you're gonna have to take naps and eat some good food and take walks, and you're gonna have to just, grin and bear it. But it's gonna go by really fast, and we're all headed to this place of what I perceive to be pure bliss. I believe that we create our own version of heaven on earth, whatever that looks like. I believe that it's all here, and it's something that is attainable for all of us. And I believe that if you're here on this planet and you've gone through everything that you've gone through, I believe you're going to get there. I believe that's a part of, like, the gift of being here and doing this work, and of being here on this time in space, on this planet, during this time, during this very chaotic time. I believe that is the prize or the gift, is that you get to really be here and really be and embody that source energy, and really be able to experience that bliss, Like poetia sanama, telo kala yera kinama ade, cinema, tila yera kinama ade, cinema, tre ela yera kinama ade, cinema, tila wala kinama ade, cinema, puloi ili yela kinama ade, cinema, trai, kolai poetia cinema, trai. Ila moatia cinema, tila poetia cinema, turu ya poetia sana, tila yela kinama ade, cinema, trai ela kinama ade. I'm going to jump down into the root right now. Kind of going to skip and do your heart and your root right now, and then we'll flow back to the solar plexus and the sacral. But the heart and the root right now need some, it's like they need healing at the same time, or energy at the same time. Kind of feeling this figure eight going from the heart to the root, the heart to the root. Ilai kwe dia sanama tula kirama de shenamo tilai kwe dia sanama tulai alai wa dia sanama tilai irakinama de. I have to tell you something funny. I did a healing on my daughter yesterday. She laid down on this bed, and I put crystals on her, of course, and I went over and I grabbed my stick. And she looked and she goes, "Oh God, Mom, not the stick." I'm getting the stick. The stick is powerful. And it's just funny how she said it. "Oh God, Mom, not the stick." I was like, oh my gosh, I love this kid so much. I love that kid more than life in itself. Just hug your babies, man. Hug your children, because they are struggling these days. They are, maybe not all of them, and maybe you don't know it, but they're smiling and they're, yeah, I'm fine. And a lot of them are doing this, and really they're hurting inside, just like, a lot of people are. So just hug your babies, man. Love them. Look them in the eyes. Like, my worst fear is that, she's not good, and I over here believing that she's good. I don't want that for her ever. I want her to, we want our children to be happy, and I want all of you to be happy. But, so just love them if you got them. And just be compassionate with them, non-judgmental with them, loving them, not condemning them, not yelling at them. Their mental health and their spiritual health and their emotional health and their physical health is more important than their grades. And it's absolutely more important than whatever in the God's name they have going on at school. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be mean, but gosh, I could go on all day, but I'm not going to. But just know that they're more important than their grades. They're more important than anything that's going on at school. Like, school is like a blink of an eye too, and it's going to be over soon. And you don't want a stressed out child that is like trying to make all of these be this perfect little whatever, like my daughter stresses about that stuff, and it's like, it's not as important as you think it is. And it truly is not. What's important is her mental health, and your child's mental health, and your mental health, and our physical health, and our emotional state of being, and our spiritual health. And great, if you're good at school, that's awesome. And if you're not, then there's something else out here that you were meant to do. I truly believe if you didn't do good in school, you are meant to, you're not, it doesn't make you any less than those people that make straight A's. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that about your kids. I promise you that about you. Like, you are different. You are unique. You weren't meant to fit in their box. You are special and creative, and you have talents and you have gifts within you that do not fit in their box. And I think that's a really good thing, not to fit in their box. And if you were able to fit in that box, I secretly burned that bitch down. So there is no box. There is no cell. There is no prison. You're free in all ways. You get to create and be and do whatever you want to do. If you're not hurting anybody, you're not harming anybody, damn it, go and be happy. Whatever that is, go travel, go live. If you hate your job, God, go find something that you love to do. Like, we're here, I don't know why blink of an eye keeps coming up, but we're here like, it feels like a blink of an eye, and then we're gone, and it's just such a weird thing, just happens so quick. Just go enjoy your life. Like, do what you want. Go play in the sand. Climb a mountain. Go sing on top of that mountain. Or go dance on top of that mountain, Travel the world. See it through the eyes of you. Like, I've seen myself travel the world through the eyes of so many past lives that I've lived, and I've been at all these different locations through those eyes, and my soul knows and has experienced all of these places, but Ashley hasn't, and I would like to take her and this body and go and experience and do things, My soul knows these different places. Like, my soul, when I bilocated to the Vatican, I knew exactly what to do, exactly where to go, exactly the energy, the codes, everything that I needed. And when I go into different places, I know exactly what to do, exactly where to go. And when I step foot on places, like as soon as I step foot off the plane in Israel, as soon as I step my foot off, they opened the door, and I smelled the air, and I looked up and I saw the sky, and I thought, wow, I have definitely been here. My heart felt so full, and every site we went to, it was like a reminder, a reminder of a life that I used to live, a life that I have lived. And it'll be the same with Egypt. Look how many times we've gone in the pyramids on this channel. When I step foot into those pyramids, it'll be the same thing, where the codes would just kind of suck right up, and it's literally what happens. And we're all like these magnetic beings that just, we flow in energies, flow out energies. Like, it's just so cool who we are, and what we can do in this world and in this life. And we, it's going to be really cool one day when we're able to really be able to teach the children of the world all of these things, And as they keep coming in already ready, already loaded and locked in, you know, all we have to do is be like, yeah, this is it. Yep, this is how you do this. Yep, this is how you do that. It won't be like going to school for, you know, till they're 18 and then trying to deprogram them, trying to get them to a place. It'll be like from the get-go, from the time they get here, you know, from their newborn stage, you know, it's like nurturing their gifts, nurturing their abilities, you know, nurturing their gifts, their intuitive abilities, their all of the clairs, all of the abilities, you know. It will be a sight to behold. And I do pray that I get to reincarnate during that time, that we get to be nurtured in that way, you know, and get to leave behind all of this chaos, and we can just really step into our role without all of the, you know, having to flim through all of the traumas, you know. It's like this lifetime was really something. It was really something for all of us, really. I mean, I haven't met very many people who haven't had a really hard childhood in this world. I mean, most everybody, you know, perceives their childhood to have been pretty harsh in this lifetime. And there might be a few people that were like, yeah, it was good. You know, and that's good. That's awesome. I pray one day I can come back and have that nurturing mother and father, and like know that feeling and have that, and being held like that. You know, I think that's probably a really, really powerful feeling to be held like that. And if I ever have a child again, a baby, that's literally, it will be very different from when I had my daughter. It'll be very, very I'll do things completely different, things that need to happen for our children these days, you know. Okay, well, thank you for listening to me talk. I hope that these energies have activated and stimulated, brought you to a place of peace and comfort, brought you to a place of love, happiness, and joy, bringing in all of those beautiful bliss codes. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for all of your comments, and really just allowing yourselves to be here and to be on this channel and to be with me and to chat it up with me. And I love all of your comments. I just love all of you so very much, and I'm just sending you all so much love and prayers and blessings, and just I hope you can feel the love from my heart to yours, and we're all gonna be okay. You know, we really are. We've been through enough. So I love you all so much. I will see you later. Bye.